A couple hundred years ago, the only thing you had to worry about was a hangover.
You telling me you're an investigator?
More or less.
Today, because of your curse thingy, you can't sleep with anyone.
We're not a team. I'm your boss.
Or else you might feel a moment of true happiness,
You got a real addiction to the brooding part of life.
lose your soul,
Except for the bulk of it, where I was nearly tortured to death.
become evil again,
You're a demon hunter.
Road demon hunt.
and kill everyone.
It's fucking
I
fantastic.
love that sound.
Thanks, Cornelia. I always appreciate your perspective.
Welcome to Ale with Angel, everybody. I'm Josh.
I'm Rex.
And today on Ale with Angel, we're going to be reviewing Season 4, Episode 2, Ground State. Well, hey, guys. Welcome back. Thanks for listening or something.
Yeah, here you've been doing this without me.
Just once, but there's going to be more. Yeah, I'm getting everybody emotionally prepped for the eventuality that you may or may not still be doing Beer with Buffy. At the very least, when we run out of TV episodes, you're probably donesies.
Yeah, that is accurate.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and fuck a doodle doo, Rex.
I think it is time for such things.
Bagawk.
Gawk.
Here on Ale with Angel / Beer with Buffy, we have the patron saints of Doodle Doo, whom are the wonderful souls that are out there somewhere in the world who give us money for doing this. Thank you very much. They are Alice Blackmore. Where did Beer and Buffy go? ? Pixie Dark, Elon Miller Bond, Tracy Kidd, Monica FT, Tsuba Spike, Audrey 2 French last names, Cryptids, Nathan Lancy, Rachel Doodle Doo, Club Tropicana Seals Drink Free, Sandra Craig, Jay Sommer, Karen Moon, Okay Fine I Like Turtles There, Two-Tone Magister of Many Monikers Gnome, Kelly MC, Jesse Rain, and Carrie Phillips. Thank you all very much.
Without you, this show literally is not possible.
Your names all sound very warm and fuzzy and familiar to me. Yeah, y'all have been with us for a long time. I am trying to veer us back on track of releasing episodes weekly, hence Rex pretending to feel left out there. He will still, of course, be doing the bi-weekly reviews of Buffy and Angel, but I will be starting to review the comic books with Alex, Alex from the Heart, whom I did a season of Rick and Morty, the first season, and then we both kind of said, it's been done. I'm good. No, we got busy, and also Rick and Morty's just a pain in the ass to review. It's a weird show.
Yeah. I can imagine any show that doesn't have like a solid, strong through narrative would be very difficult.
Yeah, that show's just all over the place, and it really lives on wacky canonical trivia and fan theories.
Right.
And while those things do exist in the Buffyverse, it's not nearly as much of a thing.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, don't forget to review us on iTunes. Please, once we get to 100 reviews, we're going to give away another hoodie.
We're so close.
So very, very close. And also, I am going to start making a request every episode that if you are listening to this podcast on, I don't know, whatever, iTunes, Podbean, iHeartRadio, Spotify, whatever, do me a favor. Turn it off. Go to YouTube. Listen to it on YouTube. I want to get my YouTube channel monetized. Or rather, I want to join the partner program on YouTube so that I can start getting ad revenue. Once I get over 1,000 subscribers, then you can go back to listening on whatever you're on. But I need 4,000 listening hours in the span of a year. And if I can get the retention that you guys give us on these audio episodes, but on YouTube, I'm going to get there so frickin' fast.
Oh, yeah.
So if you can do that, you're my heroes. You're absolutely my heroes. If you can't, I understand. Thanks for listening.
Sometimes it's just too inconvenient.
Yeah, I get it. Especially if you don't have YouTube Premium. Right. I know the ads are just insane.
Not just that, but without YouTube Premium, you cannot lock your phone while listening to or watching.
Oh
something.
yeah, also that's a big one. And also, I think on the plus side, though, I think since the channel's not monetized yet, there are no ads on it, even if you don't have a premium account. So that's a bonus.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think that's how it works.
I've had YouTube Premium since YouTube Red came out way back in the day.
Yeah.
And like the moment YouTube Red came out, I purchased it and I've had it since. So I haven't had ads on YouTube in like 10 years.
Oh, wow. Well, pin a rose on your fucking nose. I just caved like about a year ago. And then after a couple of months of me paying for it, you're like, hey, I can just put you on my account for free. And I was like, where the hell were you for the last several years that I've been just white knuckling all these ads that are just getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse every day. Anyway, yeah.
Moving on from our impromptu ad for YouTube Premium, I think it's time for Mom Synopsis. Is that's what next? What's next? I'm confused.
You know what? If that's what you want, Rex. Joshua! What are you doing, Joshua? Heisting an ancient relic that bridges all dimensions? And you didn't invite me, Joshua? Of course I didn't invite you. What are you gonna do? Breathe heavily and sit for a while after asking 18 questions, proving you know nothing about what's going on? Maybe I misheard you, Joshua. Didn't you say basting Tom Selleck with binge intentions? Heisting an ancient relic that bridges all dimensions. Yep, that's what I said, Mom. That's what I said. Yep, Tom Selleck. Got it. You're basting Tom Selleck. Well, then it sounds like you're in need of a heavy breather and someone to keep him company in his final moments. Mom, do you want to watch me and my friends cannibalize Tom Selleck? Joshua, I thought you'd never ask. Me either, Mom. Me either. I can finally have my cake and eat it too. I would hardly classify Tom Selleck as cake, Mom. Oh, Joshua, you're always so literal. Obviously, he's not cake. Okay, just making sure we're clear on that. But I'm sure as fuck gonna eat his asshole like it's cake. Mom! Well, it's 2026, is it not, Joshua? I mean, yeah, but did you not say it yourself very recently? And I quote, it's 2026, put something in your butt. Well, sure. All right. You know what? Just save some Tom Selleck sphincter for me, please. You're so selfish, Joshua. Let your mother have this. Well, at least I know what to get you for your birthday, at least. Actually, no, I don't. What the fuck just happened? You were trying to tie into a sketch something about a sexy cat burglar woman stealing an ancient relic while defaming your own mother, and I made it about literally cannibalizing Tom Selleck's quivering butthole. Huh. Well, that's pretty on the nose. Tom Selleck's seasoned butthole is going to be on my nose, Joshua, because today on Angel...
You know, admittedly, back in your mom's day, Tom Selleck was the shit.
Oh, yeah. It just worked out that he just happened to rhyme with...
Ancient Relic.
Ancient Relic.
Yeah.
Tom Selleck. Now we need to interview Tom Selleck. He's still alive.
Anyway, today on Angel.
Yeah, today on Angel. There's a school for freaks in the middle of nowhere and a little girl who holds the power of electricity in her hands. This comes into play later when Angel, Gunn, and Fred are running out of ideas on where to find Cordelia. So Angel goes to make amends with Wesley, who's a busy little beaver, and has already done a deep dive to try and find her. He couldn't finish his search because it requires someone who's dead to speak to the untrustworthy demon named Dinza, who likes to imprison souls for eternity. But on the off chance she doesn't do that, she'll give you some nice directions on where to look for what you've lost. Angel dives balls first into this thirst trap and comes out smelling like, well, still sewers and death. She tells him to seek the axis of Pythia, which bridges all dimensions, and he'll find Cordelia there-ish. He spends the rest of the episode battling both wits and brawn with a snappy, clever, electrifying woman named Gwen, who's been hired by some gajillionaire to heist the Axis at exactly the same time as them. She kills and resuscitates Gunn. This is the last straw for an already very strung-out Fred. Angel catches up to Gwen later and saves her ass from being double-crossed by the rich guy, so she gives him the Axis. He uses it to find Cordy, and he completely misinterprets the situation. The end.
Ladies, gentlemen, spiny-headed looking creatures.
As soon as the sun goes down, down,
Vampire.
as soon as the sun goes down, down,
Vampire.
competition is a beautiful thing.
So as you said, we open up in 1985, back when we were one.
Good year. Probably. I wouldn't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
We were alive, so it can't be that bad of a year.
Yeah, I guess. It's certainly a notable year.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Wisconsin, some parents delivering their daughter to Thorpe Academy. They are Mr. and Mrs. Radin. I really appreciate the nod there.
Oh, oh my God.
You didn't notice it?
I wasn't paying enough attention. I didn't catch names.
Yes, their last name is Radin.
Dear God. Okay. Okay.
Which
I quit.
most people, hold on. Most people know the name specifically from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
But that is also a nod towards, in Shinto mythology, Raiden is the god of thunder and lightning.
Nice.
So, like,
He's the Shinto equivalent of Zeus or something?
I don't know the full extent of, like, his position in the mythology. but,
Gotcha.
Like, he is a god of thunder and lightning.
Yeah.
So it's not explicitly just a Mortal Kombat reference.
Right.
It's to that.
Yeah, it's layered. I get it.
Yes.
Like, much like cake. Much like Tom Selleck's asshole. Probably. I wouldn't know. And I don't spend a lot of time thinking about it.
You seem to spend more time thinking about it than I do.
I would have to say today is definitely a spike in numbers on the amount of time spent thinking about Tom Selleck's asshole. When I see my stat sheet when I'm dead, I'm going to ask, time spent thinking about Tom Selleck's asshole, and I'd like to see a linear graph about it.
We don't want any spikes.
Well, there was this one time when you were 3, actually. What? That explains so much.
No, you just want a linear line through most of your life, one little spike for right now,
One little spike for
and then a line.
and hopefully yeah, no, I think
No ascendancy here.
I think there might be some growth in the line. I don't think I'm going to be able to stop thinking about it. I'm going to have to go to the man's funeral. I'm going to have to talk to his family and a therapist. Not that they do anything.
Oh, quiet.
So they'll just be like, well, do you like thinking about Tom Selleck's asshole? And I'll be like, I'm not mad about it.
It's just not convenient.
Pretty neutral, really. I don't see what the problem is. Dear God.
Anyway.
So, Raiden is the name,
Yes.
is the last name of the parents?
Yes.
Okay.
It never gives the first name. Just Mr. and Mrs. Raiden. Mrs. Thorpe, I guess, owns the academy. It never says exactly the full, like, breadth of the academy, like what it is. Like, is it a school for people with issues like Gwen's?
It really kind of seemed like they
I
were
don't know.
referencing some sort of Marvel thing.
Yeah, they very clearly were referencing, like, Xavier's school for gifted children.
Yeah, I couldn't think of what it was called. I'm not a huge Marvel fan, but I'm kind of proud of that. I know more about the Buffyverse than I do the Marvel universe.
I can't say that. And I've been doing this Buffy podcast since 2018. What does that tell you, Josh?
That you're a nerd.
I used to be quite the comic book nerd.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. That's very interesting. Now get the fuck out. No.
No, we still have a whole episode to finish.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
I guess Gwen, her name's Gwen. We don't really know that yet.
Yeah.
But Gwen's parents are wealthy and made some sort of big donation to the academy to get this little girl into the academy.
Mm-hmm.
They make it a point of like, she's in layers of clothes.
Yeah.
And mittens that she can't like manipulate things. It makes me think of that fucking kid
From A Christmas Story.
Yeah, A Christmas Story.
Yeah. I mean, that was just the 80s.
Yeah.
Or the 70s or whatever. Yeah,
No, that was
thick
the
coats. Lots of thick coats
Yeah.
that make your arms flap out like a penguin.
Anyway, the parents are obviously like, we're abandoning our child for the better.
This poor kid in this first scene here, until we learn what the hell is going on, I'm like, you guys are bad parents.
Right?
The poor kid's like looking to you like all sad, and you don't even hug her. And then the teacher, she tries to hold the teacher's hand and she's like, no. I'm like,
right?
damn.
Right?
This poor girl.
Yeah, it's fuck.
Yeah, that sucks. Like that is a serious kind of neglect right there.
But in the next scene, she is sitting under a tree trying to eat a fucking yogurt cup or pudding cup, I mean. And like with her fucking mittens, and oh my God. I don't know if they were just like, okay, put these mittens on, try to eat pudding. You know, like
oh yeah, some people just got it.
maybe
They just got that pudding eating mitten talent.
But yeah, she's trying to eat pudding, and she ends up having to take off a mitten to eat the pudding, which, you know, who can blame her? Those pudding cups are good.
Yeah. So there's this crazy kid.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a boy who sees this girl sitting alone, and I'm sure the thoughts going through his head are, do I torture her? Or do I befriend her and be nice to her? And he's not really sure until he gets there. He asks if she's a freak. I'm assuming that's because they're all freaks.
Right? Or like maybe there's a wing of the school that are freaks.
Sure. There's something going on with freaks here. She's definitely not the only one. But this kid's playing with a toy car, in the way that only a child who's been scripted to play with a toy car can.
Yeah.
So I never played with a car like that, but it sure did work for the scene, I guess.
That age would.
I
I don't think any kid that age would.
Right? Like it's a car, not an airplane, bud. But you know what? I'm not telling you how to play with your Matchbox cars. You do whatever you want to do. So he vrooms it right up to her and he asks her if she's a freak, and she's like, I don't know. And he's like, well, you don't look like a freak. Here, do you want this car? And I'm like, oh, they're as good as married. Okay. Except she kills him.
Yeah.
Because she should know better than to fucking touch anyone.
What level did she get her powers? And like, how many people has she injured and shit? That like, there's no way a child at this age, like say she was born with her powers.
Yeah.
Like there's no child at this age that she wouldn't have like, because they mentioned trying like multiple schools to find a place to send her to school. But like, I imagine she kept fucking killing people.
Right. Well, I'm just trying to figure out, obviously the parents weren't immune to it because they wouldn't touch her
Exactly.
before they left. How did they go their entire lives without touching her?
I mean, she's probably very neglected.
Definitely. Obvious. I think she would have been neglected regardless, honestly.
Yeah.
I think maybe she developed the power because she was neglected.
Possibly, maybe.
It was some sort
Who
of
knows?
evolutionary defense mechanism.
So far, even at this point, this character is more interesting than most of the shit going on in the show.
Right? She's definitely taken a spotlight in this episode.
But yeah, anyway, you said she kills the kid. Opening credits.
Yeah, there's a big spark. The car melts and is sizzling on the ground. The teacher yells, "No!" just before it happens. And it's like, you know what? This is your fault.
Right. You're the one who's like, here, go sit under this tree next to the kids who are playing.
Yeah.
Here, have some pudding.
Day one.
Right?
Day one.
Yeah.
You keep her separated. Okay. She even said that. You're going to have to be separated from the kids, obviously. And it was like, obviously? What?
Right.
What?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's-
now we understand.
Didn't keep them separated at all.
Now we get it. Maybe lead with that. Anyway, yeah. Opening sequence. Meow, 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 meow.
Cordy's apartment, where, they're cleaning it out, much to really everyone's dismay.
Yeah, nobody's happy about it. Everybody's got their coping mechanisms, though.
Fred asks Angel what he smells, and really he just smells Cordy and scented candles. Bitch loved scented candles.
I say, get bitches scented candles. Bitches love scented candles. Thank you very much.
No, that's accurate, though.
Yeah.
Especially when the candles smell like desserts.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the best ones.
I mean,
if it smells like it wants you to eat it, but you can't because it's made of wax, that's a good scented candle.
are you calling me a bitch?
Apparently.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
I mean, I'm right in that camp too. Dude. we have this one candle that is just so fucking good. It's supposed to be like a pumpkin spice, but it smells a little bit like roasted pumpkin in a good way. We bought it for Halloween, of course.
Of course.
But it has stayed in our dining room.
Yeah.
And every now and then we're like, ooh, we gotta light that.
Every now and then you put it in your butt.
No, we light it.
Oh.
It's a candle.
Every now and then you put it in Tom Selleck's butt.
I've not met Tom Selleck. I guess if he's really into that and he pays us enough.
I'll let you know because I have to talk to him now. We're gonna have words. Or we're
Why are you putting your butt in my mom's face?
Or we're just gonna lock eyes and he's gonna be like, you.
Anyway, yeah, they're cleaning out Cordy's apartment. Gunn gets shocked by a TV in the way that only a person on TV can get shocked by a TV.
Right. Yeah, I mean, good for you, Gunn. Good for you.
Fun fact, those CRT TVs
Yeah.
with that have the big fucking tube in them.
Yeah.
Those are immensely dangerous to take apart because they have capacitors in them that hold so much power that they can kill you.
You know what? That's funny. That is the second time I've had that conversation today.
Really?
Yeah. My physical therapist just today was talking about what he just randomly threw out there. I'm sure there was a lead up to it, but he was like, yeah, do you know which appliance kills the most people? And I was like, microwaves? He said, yep, microwaves, because they have big ass capacitors in them that when the people try to repair them, they hit that with the screwdriver or whatever and dead.
It used to be TVs. Back when TVs had the fucking tube in them like that.
Crazy.
They like a lot of power, like scary amounts of power.
Good to know. Remind me never to try to fix an old TV.
Nope, never. Don't ever do it.
Don't do it. Just don't do it. TV's not that important.
That's why back in the day, TV repair was like a big deal fucking gig.
Ah.
Like it was.
Yeah. That
You had
makes
to know
sense.
your shit. That was not small time electronics.
Yeah, that makes sense. Huh.
So yeah, what I'm trying to say here is Gunn should be dead.
For the first time this episode.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe that sounds like they're just making a reference. That's foreshadowing.
It might be.
They did that on purpose. That's not a mistake.
I think you're right, actually.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, and I'm really disappointed in myself for not picking up on that.
Wow, what irony that he should be dead from an electric shock right now, but he's not. But then later in the episode, he dies from an electric shock and then is brought back by an electric shock. There's a theme happening here.
Yeah. I bet if he were to scuff his feet on the carpet and poke at you, it'd hurt.
I
a
bet
lot more than most.
You're not wrong.
He's probably like forever changed from this experience.
I'm trying really hard not to somehow bring this back around to Tom Selleck's butthole, but you're making it really difficult.
Wow.
Okay.
How? How?
Just
nothing I am saying could even remotely be referencing Tom Selleck's butthole.
Just sitting there with your little Tom Selleck butthole shaped
God
mouth.
damn it. You know what pisses me off the most is that's the obvious episode title.
Tom Selleck's butthole?
Yes.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so Dennis doesn't know where anything about Cordy's whereabouts. Not sure how they got that information because he doesn't talk. He just picks
he can
things
write.
up. Oh, he can write?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't
He
remember
can
that.
manipulate and move a pen.
I know. Yeah, he can pick things up, so that makes sense. He could write. Yeah, so he misses Cordy. He's like a cat. I feel so bad for him. Or a dog. More like a dog, really.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hopefully he can bond with the next tenants.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I know I don't deal well with changes of management. So Fred cleaned the apartment and stopped paying the rent on it a month or so ago. She was trying to keep it warm for Cordy, but that didn't really work out. Obviously, they were running out of money. So they're packing up Cordy's shit to take back to the hotel, which she should have lived in the hotel this whole fucking time anyway. Angel asks if they had called the police. He should fucking know better. Of course, they were worthless. He looks through a box of Cordy's stuff that was on the table the night she disappeared. Fred is bitter about Connor's bullshit, even though Angel is still being super patient and understanding with him. Dennis puts some books back on the shelf, making Fred snap at him because she says, Cordy's not coming back. Damn it, Dennis.
I strongly get the suspicion that Dennis has been doing this a lot and constantly, and this is just like days and days of Fred enduring this.
Absolutely. I'm sure if they left anything there, they'd come back and it would just all be back on the shelf.
Imagine with like packing and moving is fucking awful. Imagine how worse packing is if a ghost is unpacking you simultaneously.
Yeah, it's like having a cat that can also unpack your shit.
Yeah.
No, thank you. So we get this weird line from Fred as Angel looks at a framed picture of him, Cordy, and Wesley. Fred says, it's just, you count on stuff, things being where you left them. What happens if you get back and they're not there? And I feel like this line was really, really reaching for a segue just to tee up Angel to say, you go and get them.
I don't want to share my feelings. I don't want to open up. I want to find the guy that killed Tina, and I want to look him in the eye. Then what? Then I'm going to share my feelings.
So they cut to Wesley fighting a demon in an industrial warehouse thingy.
Yeah. And he is not a lone demon hunter. He has a whole team.
Yeah, a couple of guys anyway. He
has two guys and then like some sort of like secretary or something.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Because he mentions her.
But yeah, first thing Angel says is, hey, do you need any help? Nope, guess not. He acknowledges that he's got his own game going on here. Wesley is not very forthcoming with commentary. But yeah, he's shouting instructions to these guys, and he kicks the demon's ass. Angel tells Wesley thank you for pulling him out of the ocean and that he had lots of time to think down there. And as far as he's concerned, they're all good now.
Yeah, and Wesley has no room for this attempt at reconnecting.
Yeah, he's not too excited about it. I mean, frankly, they never should have been not good in the first place,
right.
Especially after Wes pulled him out of the ocean.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, wow, Angel, golly, you're too magnanimous. You're forgiving me? Thank you so much.
But Wes immediately is like, you know what? Here, take this. This is what you came for.
This is what you're here for.
And it's Wes's file on Cordy's disappearance.
Yeah, he knows better than anyone how manipulative and self-serving this abusive fuck Angel is. And he doesn't believe for a half a second that Angel's just there to be buddies because he feels bad about how things went down.
No.
He would not be here otherwise, and I think we all know it.
And Wes obviously fucking knows it.
Definitely.
Matter of fact, I guarantee Wes has been literally carrying around this file this whole time solely because he knew that Angel would show up looking for it.
Oh, right? Yeah. Yeah, because Cordy's been gone as long as Angel was gone. Of course he would know everything there is to know about this by now.
Like, for fuck's sake, he found Angel in the ocean off of very, very loose directions.
Yeah.
Like, he's definitely done his work on Cordy.
Mm-hmm.
And clearly, Wes was the entire brains of the Angel investigations machine.
Clearly. Yeah, they are struggling without him. And so, anyway, Wesley doesn't think that Cordelia is dead, and he found this demon named Dinza who might be able to point Angel in the right direction. Only problem is living things can't enter her lair.
He
and
basically stopped dead for him.
Pun intended.
Because he's alive, and she's...
And he intends to stay that way.
Yes, she is a demigoddess of the dead, caretaker of the dead.
Yes.
And so, hey, luckily enough, Wes knows a dead guy.
Yeah, weirdly enough. Yeah, so the only problem with this Dinza is that living things can't enter her lair, and whenever a dead thing does enter her lair, she usually just traps them for eternity. And so it's kind of a gamble. And also, by the way, she's not remotely trustworthy. Confused, and rightfully so, Angel asks, what do I do then? Bring her a gift? A sacrifice? An unholy fruit basket? Good God, give me something, Wesley. But he just fucks off without another word. He's like, fuck you, Angel.
Know, what I think is the reason Wes doesn't tell him what he needs is A, Wes doesn't care, but also B, Wes knows that it doesn't really matter what he says to Angel. Angel's just going to fucking walk right in there.
Oh, right.
Like, Angel's not going to heed anything Wes says.
Yeah, he knows this guy too well.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, he's not going to heed anything in the way of being careful. But if he had had some advice on, how to up his chances of a positive outcome, he'd have followed that advice.
True.
Sure. Anyway, cut to Dinza's lair. Like immediately.
Yeah.
There's nothing in between.
Nothing in between.
Angel just saunters right into her fucking lair without a second thought or any kind of preparation.
Of course, the moment that he does, she closes the wall behind him because it becomes a wall and it's not a door.
Yeah. He's like, knock, knock. The door was open. I'm like, well, then what are you knocking on? Oh, he said knock, knock. But my brain literally went there. I was like, you can't knock and then say the door was open. What's there to knock on? Oh, he didn't actually knock. He just said knock, knock. What the hell what is wrong with me?
He really needs to give the Josh entry, which is not knock, knock. It's I'm in your house.
I'm in your house. I do say that. That is the thing I say. Thank you. I'm glad somebody appreciates that.
I do.
The call is coming from inside the house. I am, in fact, an interloper.
Matter of fact, I don't know if you remember this, but the first time I came over here after you moved into this place, I specifically said, I'm in your house.
Oh, I don't remember that. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But I appreciate the retrospective reference. Thank you. So, yeah, I think it's pretty impressive that Angel just leaps headlong into this lair
without knowing shit.
And right, I think it's mostly impressive because he has literally only just days ago narrowly escaped an eternity of starvation insanity under the ocean and has still somehow no problem just risking an eternity of whatever the fuck this crusty old bitch does with her undead prisoners.
Angel, there's no way that he can't know that he's the main character of a TV show.
He has some serious main character energy.
Because he's so confident.
Yeah.
But very explicitly in the way of the only kind of confidence you can have when you know you're the main character of a TV show.
Literally the main character of a TV show.
Explicitly the title character.
Yeah. There's a fan theory that is part of Rick's genius on Rick and Morty is that his secret is he knows that Rick and Morty is just a TV show.
I'd believe that.
Which is very extra unnecessarily meta, but I'm like, okay.
But
whatever helps
Given
you sleep at
given the
night.
particular creators, that is
Entirely
definitely
possible.
a direction that they would take that, because
Mhm.
like Dan Harmon, like Community was hyper meta.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, he's got some serious main character energy.
Yeah, really. I love how immediately when Angel walks into this fucking lair, she's just fucking with him.
Oh,
Like out of the gate.
100%.
I'm gonna fuck with you as much as I can, and doing that thing where every time he turns around, she's like tapping the back of his head or some shit.
Yeah, and she's apparently got even better celerity than he does,
Right?
because she's able to tap his shoulder and fuck off before he can even figure out where the hell she's at. He makes another very poor segue comment that she's, you're gonna make me seasick. An odd choice of phrasing, considering where he's just been very recently, and she latches onto that. She clearly also knows where he's been, and she's like, "What have happened before now? Tell me, do you miss the sound of the waves?" He's surprised that she knows who he is, and she knows all of the lost things. He has a kind of a clever response. I really like his response here. He says, Atlantis, Holy Grail, Jimmy Hoffa. No answer. Lame. Fucking lame. I wanted to know all of those three things.
Yes.
Why can't I learn those things from some early 2000s primetime television? I'm sorry, niche television.
I was gonna say very niche.
Very, very, even niche for its time.
No, seriously.
So she fucks with him again, and we hear wings beating. I really liked the storytelling with the sound effects there, because they didn't go all out on like CG or...
That being said, the
practical
fucking
effects.
costume is fantastic.
Pretty decent. It's pretty decent. I'm not mad about it. It was a pretty good practical effects costume. I was just going to say they didn't go balls to the wall on practical effects to make it seem like she's this flitty bat creature.
Yeah, like,
but
if
they portrayed
had-
it really effectively.
If they had, I think the only thing they could have done that would have added to it is like some sort of shadow light effect. Just like wave a fucking shadow in front of a light, like really quick when you make that noise.
Sure.
I think that would have been great.
Put a rubber bat on a stick and bounce it in front of a spotlight or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care. Do something. Anything. Dear God. Lick Tom Selleck's asshole for anything. Anything at all. Cut that sphincter right out. Cook it up. Saute it. Feed it to my mother. She wants...
Anyway, she sends Angel to find the axis of Pythia. It bridges all dimensions, she says.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it seems like if this is a multiple use item, they better fucking keep this shit around.
Yeah, you would...
Like, imagine
you would think.
if they had known to look for this when they were when they'd gotten stuck in Pylea.
Yes. Wouldn't this have been a nice little plot device to ruin so many episodes? This is like worse than a cell phone.
Right.
This is just the catch-all, get the fuck out of everything, which means he's definitely just going to smash it and be like, no,
Granted.
it's too much power.
Granted, this isn't something that you can use to get to other dimensions. You can only view other dimensions.
Ah.
But still,
Oh, yeah.
that is the kind of thing you put on your must use this often shelf.
Yeah.
Given your line of work, this is a useful device.
Yeah, since you don't have Cordy to give you visions anymore.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
We go to the restaurant Pen and Pencil.
Mm-hmm.
So the wiki calls it specifically a white table restaurant.
I'm sure it just means high ticket item, high roller,
I get that much,
5-star.
but I've never heard the term white table.
I've never heard that either, but it just immediately makes me think of white collar versus blue collar jobs.
Oh yeah.
White table, white glove, when you give something the
Right,
white glove
yeah.
treatment. It's just got that exact ring to it. That term I will never forget now. Thank you. Gwen easily the sexiest thing in that zip code, is something all these snooty businessmen apparently don't see very often. And even if they did, it'd be hard not to stare. Because she's got this super tight, revealing leather outfit where you can pretty much just see her nipples just poking right on through.
Can I just say?
You may not.
No, I need to. Because, like, she walks into the room and she sits down at this table with this fucking dude, Ethan.
Yeah.
And his first words are like, I told you to be discreet.
And her first words.
Her first line is, what, do you see a nipple?
And my
yes!
my first line is, I sure do.
Yes!
Oh,
I saw one.
Oh, honey, I see two of them.
I only saw one.
They're covered by leather, but just barely. Just barely.
That's got to be a thin leather top.
Yeah. Well, I think it could have just been the way that it's sewn. Like they knew what they were doing. Like it could just be the way the fabric fits together.
They obviously were like, we're going to put this hot actress in this outfit because it's going to show off her nipples.
Sure. Absolutely. I mean, they've been dressing Buffy and Faith like this for several seasons.
Oh, but
even then,
this is even further than
we
they
couldn't
went with
see
Faith.
their nipples.
This is further than they ever went with Faith.
It is.
But this actress clearly gives the exact same energy
as Faith.
Yeah,
pretty similar, pretty damn similar. But yeah, this outfit is a complete Buffyverse go-to. It's not too surprising, but we haven't seen one in a while, honestly. But it's hot. Literally and figuratively.
Yeah. I can only imagine it probably doesn't breathe.
Yeah. I don't think it's real leather. I'm pretty sure it's pleather.
That would make it worse.
Right? Yeah, but they don't care. When you're an actor, you deal with being extraordinarily warm. So yeah, this fucking guy hiring her to heist this axis of Pythia. Well, she doesn't let him fuck her around, and there is no shortage of innuendo language in this conversation. She says, "You're screwing me," like right off the bat, and then immediately makes it clear that she's talking about money when we're all thinking about something else.
Right. And okay, so I looked it up, and it does explicitly just mean high-end formal dining.
You're still on the tablecloths, Mike.
I told you I was looking it up.
I thought you found it.
And then I relayed the information.
Okay, so, and I was right. That it just means high-end restaurant.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm glad we had this discovery together. This is real bonding.
Curiosity is my Achilles heel.
I think this
can't
might
fucking help it.
This might be a kind of trauma bonding at this point for me, at least. You're traumatizing me, Rex. I'm feeling so traumatized. Oh.
They banter a bit over the price. I guess she found out that the price he offered for her to steal it is way under market value.
Oh, yeah.
And she ain't happy about it.
No.
I'm a little confused because, like, so they don't agree on the price that he is going to pay her.
They do not.
He says that he's only going to wire the money when she delivers the item.
Yep.
And then she destroys his $12,000 watch in, like, retribution for it, I guess.
I don't know that it's I don't know that I'd call it retribution. I'd call it it's a flex.
Yeah. I could see her stealing the watch and taking it because, like, you know, he's shortchanging her. But just destroying it, she still does the job, but she hasn't even established that she's going to get paid what she feels she deserves. Why is she still doing it?
I think it's because she's fine with the $6 million, or with a commission off of $6 million. It's probably still more than enough money for her. But if she can get more, she's going to squeeze it out of him, and she's got amazing grounds to do so. Because, I'm sorry, you don't just get to say, well, I only want it for my personal collection, therefore
Right?
the
Like-
rules of the market don't matter. No.
Yeah, that's not how that fucking
That's
works.
not. No, the street value is 33 million and you're on the street, sir.
Yeah.
You might be a billionaire or whatever, but you are on the market for this item and you are every bit as privy
Right.
or as affected by that as anyone else. But this is perfectly indicative of billionaire thinking, I'm special. I don't have to pay
Right.
full price. That's why rich people are rich. So yeah, billionaires suck. There are no ethical billionaires. This guy is
accurate.
no exception. So yeah, she doesn't even make him decide on a new number. She just tells him, well, we both know the balance is going to have a lot more zeros on the end of it. And I'm just thinking, you really only need to put one more zero on it
Right?
for
Like,
it to be exponentially more valuable. But okay. Because let's say she was going to get $100,000. One more zero.
Right.
That's $1 million.
Yeah.
Is it not?
And then if you add one more zero, that's 10 million.
Yeah. Exponential growth right there.
For every zero, it's an increase by an order of magnitude.
Yeah. So when you say
You really only need to say one.
when you say a lot, you mean like one or two tops, because that's a lot. That's a lot of zeros. Anyway, she leaves it at that, and then she takes her swizzle stick from what was probably a $50 drink order that she just leaves on the table. Another power play. As a transitional shot, we see Cordelia very close up on her eyes in the whatever the fuck.
the glowing
ethereal-
higher dimension.
Ethereal plane or whatever the fuck she's in.
Yeah.
Cut to the Hyperion where Fred does a little presentation.
A person needs certain designer things. You shouldn't be trying to eat my friend's brains. Hey, you're a vampire.
Cut to the Hyperion where Fred does a little presentation and she's explaining what the axis of Pythia is. I really didn't take a lot of notes on this, but she's saying this is what it is. This is where it is. There's a lot of security. We're going to need some equipment.
This is apparently when she learns that Angel can draw, and she very much cannot.
And she cannot, but she tries so hard.
She
Bless her
tries
heart.
so hard.
Bless her heart. And Gunn is being such a good boyfriend, and he's trying to be supportive. And he's like, "No, I like your little
her
ghost."
depiction of the axis of Pythia looks more like a butt plug.
Yeah, yeah. But also, this is foreshadowing. This is another. Besides the previous scene at Cordelia's apartment, this is more foreshadowing that Fred is getting really stressed out.
Yes.
And is not too happy about her lot in life.
Their whole attitude, both Angel and Gunn's attitude, is basically like, oh, Fred will put the plan together.
Yeah.
And like,
she's taken on so much heckin' work. Good for her.
yeah. Her line here, she says, I'm still working on a plan, but so far it involves me being sent to prison and becoming somebody's bitch.
Yeah.
Which, you know, not a fan of the becoming somebody's bitch line, because like that is a very old, outdated, and super homophobic
Stereotype.
line. But the whole, I'm still working on a plan, but so far it involves going to prison.
Yeah.
That's clever. I like that.
Mm-hmm. And it comes back up later.
Yes. But yeah, they basically, Angel is essentially like, oh, I've done millions of heists. And she just stares him down and he's like, okay, I've done a few.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gunn mentions a heist they did for a shroud, but I don't remember that episode.
Yeah, it sounds vaguely familiar, but it makes me think of Harry Potter more than a previous episode of this.
But the whole look on Angel's face is like, okay, I was counting that, but now that you mention it,
you know,
we'll be fine.
everything's fine. God, stop worrying. Jeez, you guys. So he's listing off equipment that they'll probably need: grappling hooks, aerosols, etc. And we start cross-cutting to Gwen. We don't know that it's Gwen, but it's Gwen. But we know that it's Gwen. Right. We don't, but we do know that it's Gwen. And she's gearing up like, okie dokie, I guess this is about to get interesting. So we cut to Wesley and Lila. They're not actively stupping, but they're about to be stupping.
They're working on it.
They're working on it real hard. All the while, Lila is telling him all of her evil plans. He doesn't seem to mind too much. Amongst those evil plans are to befriend Connor to win him over and probably try to use him against Angel somehow. Wesley gets notably rougher with her as she spills those particular beans. Not that she minds, mind you. And he tells her to shut up, and she says, "Make me." And he does.
Yes.
With his mouth.
Yes.
On her vagina.
Yes.
Or it's implicated anyway.
Yeah, right. Like,
yeah.
We don't get to see it.
Yeah. Sad panda.
I don't blame Wesley in the least.
Not one little bit.
Is she evil? Yes. But you know what? The crazy ones are really good in the sack.
Attention is attention, you know?
That too.
Mm-hmm. When you're touch-starved.
I did get a line out of this, though. Very beginning of the scene where Lila mentions Justine. And Wesley's response is, "Oh, you heard about that?" And she says, "I heard. I'm betting she heard a few things, too." And I just have to mention that solely because we talked about that.
We absolutely did. We called that.
And
she knew.
And Wesley's like, "Oh, there was soundproofing, but she did call you unreasonably loud."
Unbearably loud.
Oh, sorry. Unbearably loud.
Something like that, yeah.
And so, like, we were 100% right.
100%.
Go us.
She definitely opened
right
that. She opened that door and was like, "Aw."
Right.
Wesley, I'm so proud of you.
Cut to the heist.
A heist.
I'm so disappointed they didn't have any, like, gathering up the crew scene for this heist episode.
Yeah.
I love a good heist.
I know, right? Yeah, it was a little bit wasted in that regard anyway. But they already had the crew. The crew is literally just Angel, Fred, and Gunn. But anyway, so first we got Gwen. She's
doing everything right.
Breaking into the building. She uses her shock power to fuck up some wires in a box at the building, and then she uses her power to hack an electronic door lock.
The whole thing here is the juxtaposition between her being an extremely precise scalpel of a tool, and Angel is just a blunt instrument.
And Angel literally just knocking glasses off of a table, and then making strong eye contact with his owner.
Yes.
Yes. How do you like that?
Sorry. That was just making me think of a TikTok I saw. This cat's favorite hobby is to knock these big jugs off of a counter that are empty.
Yeah.
These big water jugs. So his owner went and put a full jug up there, and he's like trying to knock this like 5-gallon jug of water off the counter, and it won't move, obviously, and he's just so upset.
Oh, that poor baby. That's mean.
No, it was hilarious.
Also,
sorry, that's what
it's
popped in my
also
head.
hilarious, but it's
anyway,
mean.
Moving on. Sorry.
Yeah, so Angel, Gunn, and Fred also pretty much do the same thing, only moments after Gwen. Fred's giving orders all hot like. Gunn agrees. They do this little shtick where after they go off in their respective directions, there's a beat, and she says, "Guys," and they crisscross back in the opposite directions.
Right.
Get it? Because they're stupid. It was kind of funny, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, we see Gwen in a vent, having a Die Hard. She sees them.
She's having a Die Hard.
She's having a Die Hard. She sees them on a device or through a grate or something. I couldn't really tell.
She's using a device to tap into the camera feed.
Okay. That's kind of what I thought was going on,
Yeah.
but I couldn't quite tell. So she does not, however, care for the interference, and she displays her dissatisfaction by saying, not good. And by the way, Fred is always hot, and Gunn can shut his stupid fucking hole.
Huh?
He says something like, by the way, you are being so hot right now, when she's being all
right.
giving orders and stuff.
You know, I think it's not so much that she's not attractive the rest of the time. It's that she's explicitly being hot, whereas most of the time she definitely nails cute.
Sure. I'm also just making a joke.
I know, but
Yeah.
you're not wrong.
Neither are you. We're both right.
Yes.
Of course
moving
we
on.
are. That's why we started a podcast
Yes.
together. And here we are. We're two cis white
Welcome
men.
to our podcast of us being always right.
We're always right all of the time. Here on Beer with Buffy. Keep listening. You'd be wrong not to. See previous statements. If you feel like arguing, don't, because you're wrong.
In any other medium, this is where the montage of all the times we have explicitly been wrong. would
Yeah,
play.
right. Yeah. Except for all of those times we were wrong.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say this is the part where we lose 90% of our female audience. They're like, okay, done with these chauvinists. Bye-bye. No, please listen to our episodes on YouTube. Thank you.
So after
Wow. Damn, bro. Do you need some coffee?
I actually didn't have any today.
None. Oh, that sucks. You clearly haven't had any Adderall either, have you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, this is me medicated.
Wow. Man, we're so fucked as a species. So,
Hey, A, I'm not running anything, and B, I'm not making any children, so we're fine, okay?
you are running half of my podcast, so
Well, that sucks to be you.
it sure does.
So Fred enters some sort of server room. Gunn takes out a security guard. I do want to give him credit on how he takes out the security guard. That was kind of smooth.
Oh, that was a pretty funny moment, actually. Yeah. Well, first, so, yeah, like you said, Fred goes into the server room looking all fucking hot, like she does. There's some server racks, like computer server racks.
Right.
My brain, when you said server, went to, like, the hospitality room. Like, how do we know that there's normally servers in there? Anyway, computers. It's a computer room. She makes her second reference to being imprisoned as she opens one of the racks. I forget what she says. Something
And
about...
it's obvious that she's like, there's no way we're getting out of this without getting caught because of those two assholes.
Yeah. I spend several minutes of every day being scared of prison, so I understand where she's coming from completely here. Cut to the hallway where Gunn perpetuates a stereotype and attacks a security guard. Because he's black. But it's in a hilarious way, so it's okay. He sneaks up behind him, and just as he gets right behind him, he yells, "Look out!" and then socks him in the face as he turns around. Tried to warn you. That's one of my quotes of the day.
Yeah.
Because that was actually pretty funny.
Also, it's nice when Gunn actually gets to be funny.
Right?
Because normally any attempts he has at being funny are just not.
Mm-hmm.
Angel enters the vault, and he does the movie trope that bothers me so much about these sorts of scenes.
What, you can't see lasers by spraying aerosol on them?
It's not just that.
Also, aerosol what? Like,
It's not just that.
is it Lysol? Is it spray paint? Anyway, it's not just that. What is it?
Because you can see the lasers when you do that. However,
It goes away quickly.
the types of lasers or beams of light they use for these sorts of scenarios of like you break the beam and it sets off the alarm aren't lasers that can be seen that way. But the other thing is the aerosol breaks the goddamn beam.
I was wondering about
and would
that.
set the fucking alarm off.
If you're spraying it that close, absolutely. I was thinking that.
And it's just one of those things that bothers me so much.
But it's a fun storytelling device.
I know.
So he's in the laser room. He sprays some aerosols. We see the lasers. The metal gate shuts right in front of him. So he's unable to get in the room. He's trying to open it. At the same time, we cut back to Gunn. He finds another 4 guards tied up where he's trying to hide his one guard. And also, real quick, Fred notices the electrical system has already been hacked before she's even done anything to it. And she realizes what's going on. She doesn't say it, though, but we've got a pretty good idea. And so suddenly, Gwen pops her head into the laser room. Upside down?
Yeah.
Was she upside down?
Yes. So just as Angel is trying to like lift open the gate, there's a spark, which I imagine it's her making it like magnetize or some shit like that. And she drops out of a vent in the ceiling all Spider-Man like and says, I put that down for a reason.
Okay. I was assuming the spark was because he broke it by trying to force it up.
No, I'm pretty sure that it was her doing it.
That makes just as much sense. So Gwen pops in, and this on top of her previous scene with the rich guy, I'm starting to feel like she's a little over-scripted. Like every single word she says is either clever or sarcastic or sardonic in some way, which is fine, I guess. It's definitely a hallmark of the Buffyverse, but this one just feels like it's pushing it a little further than either Buffy or Faith. It just feels like a little
Are
much.
you talking the technobabble part?
No, not the technobabble part. Just the way that she can't seem to talk normal at all ever.
Okay, I mean, arguably, given the way she had to have grown up, there's no way she was properly socialized.
Sure.
So,
Yeah,
like,
she
than
thrives
likely,
on the sarcasm.
more than likely, everything she's doing is purely an act
Also that.
and purely practiced and purely, like, written in her head, scripted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no way it isn't. Like, so to me, it fits the character.
It does. It does. So, like, I talked myself out of it as I was writing that it annoys me. And I kind of went down a little rabbit hole. I was like, is it supposed to make her smart and empowered? But to me, it really just kind of makes me go, who's she trying to impress? Or does she just enjoy it? Either scenario is possible. But like you were just saying, it's an act. She's got low self-esteem because she had some serious parental neglect issues.
With the question, who is she trying to impress?
Yeah.
Herself, Josh.
Mm.
She's trying to impress herself.
Is she succeeding?
I mean, probably.
Well, we can circle back around to that.
You're not real. Or I'm not real. Somebody here isn't real, and I suspect it's you. So if you're not real, then that means that my head came off back there and that I'm dead now. Dead.
So anyway, Angel's like, who the fuck are you? And Gwen's like, who the fuck are you? He's like, I asked you first. She mocks the childishness of his response, but it's also more of a deflection, if you ask me. It seemed like a valid question. But he's like, hey, you're not here to steal the axis of Pythia, are you? And she's like, no.
Specifically, he says, tell me you're not here to steal the axis of Pythia.
Yeah, sure.
And she responds
I'm paraphrasing.
She responds specifically with, I'm not here to steal the axis of Pythia. And he goes, it really seems like you're lying.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, no, I'm fibbing. And he's like,
which is lying, only classier.
It's good banter.
It was. That was one of my quotes of the day, is the I'm fibbing, that's lying, only classier. She drops down onto the floor and she uses her powers to manipulate the laser beams into an arc and rattles off some technobabble about it.
Very strong technobabble.
Mm-hmm. It's magic, whatever. So they all arc upwards. She makes fun of people who believe in her technobabble. I don't know.
No, she makes fun of people who surround themselves with technology and electronics as if those will protect them.
Oh, okay. That's an angle I hadn't thought of. All right.
Because, like, from her, they can't. So, like,
right.
You know, it's kind of a people think they're so safe because they have all this stuff around them, but they're not.
With electricity, yeah. What if the electricity fails? Sure, they can set it up so that it fails in a locked position, but still, I don't know. There's a lot of ways to be fucked. Like, I'll be locked out of my garage if the power fails. I mean, it's got a battery on the motor, but that's only good for so many times.
Right.
Gives me time to fix something anyway. Anyway, electricity. She shocks her way through the handprint reader and then just wanders into the vault. And Angel's like, hey, there's lots of other nice things you could be stealing here, Gunn runs up and joins Angel and is, let's say, incredulous that a woman took out all of those guards.
Right. Oh, my God.
Angel tries to appeal to emotion with her. He's like, hey, I really need that ancient artifact. Quote of the day here. Angel says, listen, I need the axis. See, it's an ancient mystical artifact. Gwen says, that's fun for a girl and a boy.
Right.
I like to think of it as mine. So, yes, overscripted, but also fun.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Okay. You go ahead and overscript yourself all you want. So Angel says the magic word, and it really gets her. He's like, please?
It's for
and she
love.
turns... Huh?
It's for love.
And she turns him down. This woman is a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that being said, I share her sentiment when she mocks Gunn for trying to back up Angel, because Angel's like, listen, I need to find someone super important to me, and Gunn's like, yeah, he's telling the truth, and she's like, oh, golly, gee whiz, mister. You must be telling the truth then, because, when you need a modifier that says that you're telling the truth, you're almost never telling the truth.
Yeah.
Anyway, she toys with him and almost offers to let him borrow it. And he's very earnestly like, great, I'll bring it right back. It's all yours after I'm done with it. But what really gets her attention is when he says, I needed to find her. And she stops and she's like, of course it's a her.
Yeah.
So, all right, she's got two questions now. Do you really love her? Of course he does.
Yeah.
And... how stupid do you think I am? And then the alarm goes off. You know what? Don't answer that.
Right.
So she tries to fuck off up the rope, and the gate rises, probably because...
Yeah, Fred set off the alarm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Fred set off the alarm. Gunn grabs a hold of her, and she... I don't think she did it on purpose. I think she inadvertently shocked.
Yeah, she had to try and push him off of her, and... if there's one thing that we know about how her powers work, it's that when her hands specifically make contact with another person, it will shock them in a fatal way.
Yes.
She zaps him off of her. Angel runs to him to check his pulse and declares him dead just as Fred's running in. And he looks pretty dead, honestly.
Yeah, he looks pretty dead.
Yeah.
He's dead. He's dead.
Fred goes ape shit.
Yeah. Gwen, though, the moment she realizes that Gunn is dead, is like, oh no, she doesn't want to kill people.
Ah, jeez.
She likes stealing shit, but she doesn't want people dead.
All right. You guys seemed kind of cool, I guess. So she zaps Angel out of the way, who you just can't kill. So, and then she kicks Fred out of the way. She straddles Gunn, who would have really appreciated the moment had he been conscious and or alive. Gwen uses her powers as a defibrillator, and he comes right back, good as new, like starting a Chevy.
I like, she's like just like starting a Chevy.
It took 3 zaps.
Yeah.
Ironically, also the exact amount of licks that it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
Good to know.
And what is Gunn if not a big Tootsie Pop?
Jesus Christ.
I didn't write that down. That just popped into my head just now. Is that racist?
It might be.
It feels a little racist.
It might be.
I apologize, everyone. I am so sorry for my brain.
Anyway, she shocks him back to life. He lives, even though that's definitely not how defibrillators work at all. And then she runs away.
She escapes up the grappling hook. And gosh, you know where she fucked off to, Rex?
Where?
The Plot Hole Emporium!
Really?
Welcome to the Plot Hole Emporium, Were you looking for some deals on an ancient MacGuffin? Or, I mean, priceless ancient artifact? Well, tough titty. No, really. We've got plenty of tough titties. So many firm, erect, nubile young titties just bursting at the seams in their skin-tight leather tops. What's that you say? Leather's too expensive for your blood? Good news! It's pleather! It couldn't be more plasticky and fake. That's why it's so damned shiny. Not feeling the knockoff Marvel Comics pleather boobies? Don't worry, I've got so much more to distract you from ever having to think about writing anything plausible. Try this on for size. Check out our endless bargain bins just brimming with conveniently placed demons who are famously unhelpful and dangerous unless they're talking to your protagonist. Yes, sirree, Bob, nothing gets you out of a pinch like our famous combo pack, because when you buy one shitty Dinza demon, we'll throw in a conveniently placed ancient artifact that holds phenomenal cosmic powers specific to whatever the fuck your character needs at this particular moment. As always, get the best deals down at your local plot hole emporium. Keep on sticking it to our plots, and we'll keep on licking your holes.
That was well played on that.
Excellent.
That was good. Good callback.
Haven't done one of those in ages.
Yeah.
I had to seize the moment. I had enough material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, clearly.
Tough titty. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, cut to Connor being homeless and Lila spying on it. Like, she's got some weird kink going on here.
Excuse me, isn't she running an entire fucking branch of Wolfram and Hart?
Right? Doesn't she have better things to do?
Why the fuck isn't she hired somebody to do this?
Yeah. She likes to do her own dirty work.
She's just fucking standing out there, out in the open, mind you, with fucking binoculars.
I think she's just a workaholic, and she just doesn't, she's just never off the clock. Like, she's off the clock, but she's not off the clock.
Yeah.
She can't rest. She can't just go home and not think about work. Well, so Connor's eyeballing this homeless encampment because he is, in fact, homeless. And that's what happens when you throw your father into the ocean, I guess. Not that I would know. Lila spies on him, and Angel spies on Lila. He wants info from her about the buyer that hired Zappy Freak to heist the Axis.
Yes.
And she tries to play her games with him by mocking his moral high ground. He threatens her about being anywhere near his son, and this is the only time he'll look past it.
Specifically, she's like, I'm not going to do this for you. Like, why would I do this for you? And he's basically, it's like, oh, you'll do it because I will ignore the fact that you're within 50 yards of Connor.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he does it, he does that thing that I love seeing when somebody threatens you and they're just pleasant about it in a way that it's terrifying. You know?
I don't get how she's always so cocky with him until he threatens her blatantly. And then she remembers, oh yeah, I'm really only alive at his mercy on any given day. Granted, I mean, that's also every day at Wolfram and Hart.
Yeah. And so at the end of the scene, she tries to get one fucking jab in and says, you know, it's interesting. You with the moral high ground always having to come to me to get information. And of course, Angel wins out because he says, you know what I find interesting? The fact that I can smell you and Wesley all over each other. Start making calls. You got an hour. And walks away.
Mm-hmm.
I like that because it's like, you do not have anything you can hide from me.
Right.
It's a nice little like reminder to her that, oh, right. Angel is very fucking dangerous and not well hinged.
Mm-hmm.
He's not totally unhinged, but he's not well hinged.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the same corporate boundaries
right.
that everyone else does that you're used to.
Right. He doesn't have to appease the higher ups, so to speak.
No, he's in the wild out there. The only thing holding him back is his soul. You are lucky for that.
If you're fucking with his kid and fucking with the woman he loves,
do not piss off the Papa Bear.
Yeah.
Or the Mama Bear, whichever.
Right.
Anyway, cut to Fred and Gunn, where Fred's freaking out a little.
And Gunn is taking this whole I was dead thing quite humorously. I mean, he's obviously just coping with the whole situation with humor.
Yeah.
Like, he obviously doesn't have enough emotional intelligence to really, like, process what he actually just experienced.
Sure. I mean, I didn't think that it was it's certainly a coping mechanism. I think it's arguable whether that means specifically that he doesn't have the emotional intelligence. Like, sometimes what can you do but laugh? You know, it was...
That's fair.
But whatever. I'm certainly not trying to make an argument that Gunn is super emotionally intelligent, especially considering what is about to happen in this scene. So my first impression here was that the writers are some boomer fucks who must have loved the whole I hate my wife style of comedy.
Right.
Because now, just it seemingly out of nowhere, they've got Fred having a breakdown where she gets mad at Gunn about having to take on a bunch of responsibility that no one foisted on her. And she is also mad that he died and left her all alone. So that was my first impression. I took a little step back and I was like, all right, maybe this is rooted in some real psychology here. Maybe the writers aren't complete pieces of shit. Maybe this isn't completely dated nonsense. So she's shaken, not stirred, from the trauma of nearly losing Gunn and the stress of losing almost everyone else around her, as well as that on top of having to fill 3 or 4 roles that she should not have ever, that never should have had to have been her responsibility. And she's not perfect. Nobody's a perfect person. She's projecting some shit onto Gunn here, and she's not being super honest with herself about why she's mad. Anger is often a cover for other types of emotions that you're not processing properly. Speaking of emotional intelligence being on the lower end or whatever it is. And so grief, for instance. So basically her ability to mask is all falling apart, and she's coping with anger in the meantime.
Because she's using the outlet of, you guys are making me do all this shit.
Yeah.
Because...
and it's not that they're making her, but they sure are letting her.
Exactly. And here's the thing, though. This is a tool used by a lot of shitty husbands.
Mm-hmm.
It is weaponized incompetence.
Yeah.
You do a thing in a way that, it's the typical way you see it is the wife is like, hey, can you do the dishes? And so the husband does the dishes in a shitty way.
Yeah.
And then she's like, well, okay, fine. Since you can't do it right, I'll just do the dishes. And then never asks him to do the dishes. It's a way of being like, well, you are asking me to do this thing I don't want to do, so I'm going to be bad at it. And then you have to...
Thank you for putting a word to it. My brother did that shit constantly when we were growing up. He got out of shit constantly because he was just such a weaselly little prick about it.
It's called weaponized incompetence.
There it is. There it is.
Really what I see happening here is because neither Gunn nor Angel are willing to put the actual work into making a plan. She doesn't want anyone to go to fucking jail. They're like, she can tell they're just going to fucking walk right in there like dumbasses.
Yeah. It's out of character for Angel. Like, he can come up with a plan. Gunn can come up with a plan.
Yeah. It strikes me that I don't think Angel is thinking clearly about the scenario because like he's so focused on one goal and nothing else.
Nothing's going to stop him from doing whatever he has to do to get Cordy back.
Exactly. And so that makes sense. But I think maybe Gunn here is reacting because like he feels like he's out of his depth because like the fucking business was about to fucking crumble. And when things were quote good and everything, he wasn't having to do a lot because he was just muscle.
Yeah.
He just showed up, swung his axe around, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's having to do more than that, but he's not wanting to do more than that. Doesn't want to have that responsibility. It's obvious he doesn't want that responsibility because he was cracking under having that responsibility with Connor.
Right.
So, like,
well, everyone's just under too much stress right now. Gunn is like, he really shouldn't be getting stressed out by Fred. This is irresponsible of Fred. His heart is in a very fragile state right now. No. This man needs to keep his blood pressure low.
I was hoping for some demon fighting tonight, but I wound up with a delivery job instead. If I come back here on the end of a spatula, I'm expecting some serious workman's comp. I'm just messing with y'all.
A lot of it is fear. It's not just grief of losing Cordy and losing Lorne and thinking that she lost Angel and thinking that she lost Gunn. Yeah, there's a lot going on, but there's a lot going on for everyone. Like, Angel is still only like a couple of days off from having spent 3 months thinking he was stuck in the ocean for eternity.
There's also, I think, a well-written kind of clash here of coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
Because Gunn's coping mechanism...
That's a great way to put it, a clash of coping mechanisms. Gunn's coping mechanism here is to not take the situation seriously. Or it's maybe a clash of a breakdown against a coping mechanism. Right. It's a unstoppable force meets an immovable object kind of situation.
Because Gunn's coping mechanism is clearly to not take it seriously.
Yeah.
And that is not what Fred needs.
Right.
Fred is a highly analytical person, intellectualizer of emotions and everything, sure. But also still a person with emotions and dealing with a situation that, like, this is so out of her depth.
Right.
And, like, who the fuck wouldn't be aside from, like, you know, Angel.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, it makes perfect sense to me that they're clashing like this, but it's also a big chunk of Gunn having his own head up his ass.
Yeah, he says this line that's super cringy. He says, you know what? Just electrocute me now because I don't know what kind of alien female thing. He trails off.
Yeah.
And so my first impressions versus what conclusion I came to vary a little bit here. I was like, this is either bad writing or really good writing, because just because it's upsetting doesn't make it bad writing. Lots of guys would have made worse. They would have said worse things. Like they would have made a period joke or something at this situation. And my first impression here was that it felt like they were suddenly making Fred super shrill and unironically overly emotional and illogical. And it felt like a disservice to the character for a show that's trying to empower women. Like, I already had issues with how they're portraying Gwen, like overly sexualized and insecure and not human at all in her interactions, super overscripted and all of this posturing. And then they go and do this to Fred in the same episode. And I'm like, this is not just not woke. This is not just not feminist. This is downright starting to feel just shitty. Just 90s shitty.
There's a little tone of that, I think, because of how Gunn is written. But with Fred, like, getting upset, having the breakdown that she does and everything, that is just solid psychological, like, how your brain processes that shit.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, because that's the conclusion I came to. I was like, this is actually probably really close to how two people could or would really handle a situation like this, you know, given the premise that all of this shit was real. But I find it hard to believe that the writers did it all on purpose.
Right. Right. Like, to me, it gives the feeling that they were aiming for something and happened to actually hit the bullseye, but that's not what they were aiming for.
No.
That's really what I got.
That's the impression I get as well. Like, it just happens to work out really fucking well.
I think mostly if they had not had that line from Gunn, I think there would have been nothing wrong with this scene. But I think that line, does not remotely, in my eyes, fit how Gunn would react to Fred being upset.
Yeah, they reel it in, and once Gunn realizes what's going on, he comforts her. And also for my complaints about how they were forcing Fred to be portrayed, it could be good for women to see that kind of behavior and understand and feel understood and validated when they've probably been, anyone who's ever been in a situation like that and been told that they're being illogical and stupid when they're having an emotional breakdown.
Right.
They've probably been shut down for it at least once in their lives. Shit, I know I have.
Right. Yeah, fucking people do not like it when you have emotions.
Yeah, don't get me fucking started. Like, we literally don't have time for that. But yeah, it goes in either direction, and it's really that eternal question and balance that I've been trying to strike throughout most of this podcast is, where do we stop acting like these are real people and start analyzing it from, when do we start tearing apart the writers and when do we praise the writers?
And yeah, it's hard to say because, I mean, we have the problem of it's 24 years since this aired.
Yeah.
This aired in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
So like we're a bit too removed to even really know what could have been going through their minds.
Absolutely.
And there's also the simple fact of, if we look back on our own lives in that time period, we aren't necessarily going to be able to remember how we ourselves thought through these sorts of scenarios in that environment at that time. So like,
I know when I was in my 20s, I wouldn't have handled it any more gracefully in either of their positions.
Right. So like there's a certain level of that, but it's also, if you really, really wanted to dig into the meat of it, we have the question of, okay, how old are the writers?
Yeah.
They're writing characters who are probably 20 years younger than them.
Yeah. But for the sake of moving on, I'm of the mind that this was an accidental stroke of brilliance.
And I have to agree on that.
In the way this scene played out.
I have to agree on that, particularly because of how bad they've done with this particular show.
Yeah.
In doing emotional scenes.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they were just doing some stereotypical couple bullshit, and it just happened to fit psychology really well in retrospect.
Right. Yeah.
And therefore is kind of woke when analyzed a little bit, more than surface layer.
I'll have to agree with that.
So we cut back to Angel, who is sneaking up behind Gwen, all snickety snake like, and Gwen's calling an elevator.
It's easy to sneak up on someone when you don't have a fucking
reflection. When you don't have a reflection. You're right. She's calling an elevator. She doesn't see Angel's reflection when he pops up behind her. She makes note of that, and they fight.
Yeah. Her line specifically, I wrote it down, is she does a double take at the mirror.
Yeah.
And then she says, okay, after I kick your ass, I'm going to ask about that.
She never really does, though.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah, not specifically anyway. She obviously makes a couple of nods to the idea that he's dead. We'll get to that. So they fight. She keeps shocking him and like, why aren't you toast? Right? And he quips, I'm not even warmed up. And of course, this turns sexual very quick.
Yeah.
And gosh, I didn't see that coming.
She's obviously written to be the femme fatale.
Yeah. Well, barely even a femme fatale. Like, I thought they were going to hook him up permanently for a minute there. I guess I don't understand the definition of a femme fatale. Please don't explain it. I'll look it up later. Okay. They grapple into the elevator. They find themselves on the floor. She's got him pinned, I want to say, on the ground, and she's like, this ought to warm you up or something. And she
rips his shirt open.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nothing sexual about that.
She rips his shirt open because she's like, I guess she's thinking that it's the shock's not getting through his clothes, or maybe he's like wearing something protective underneath or something like
She
that.
definitely knows the skin on skin contact is more effective at the very least. Yeah. She's like, this ought to warm you up. And she like winds up and pulls back to get a good extra fuck you shock. And as she shocks him, we see the CG zoom into the interior of his chest where his black, shriveled, shitty excuse for a heart fills up and starts pumping with what? Probably pig's blood.
Yeah. Honestly.
And zoom back out to the real world where Angel sits up looking surprised. And so naturally
like,
they kiss.
Yeah, I'm a little confused at this. Like,
yeah.
There was a little bit of play on potential sexual tension between them, but
not really enough.
Not enough
for this to have been warranted.
Like, was he just that grateful? Like, my heart's beating again. I guess I should make out with this person.
Yeah, why not?
Would he have done that if he was in surgery?
She's hot.
And they had to shock him?
He's hot. Everyone's hot. That's just what hot people do. They make out. That's what Hollywood would have us believe.
Yeah, fair.
Anyway.
I know I can't decide if they actually have decent chemistry with each other at all.
It's not the worst chemistry I've ever seen. So they get locked into the elevator by some gigantic fuck off thick bars.
Yeah.
And she acknowledges that Angel's alive. She's like, you're alive. And this isn't normal for you, is it? And I'm like, wow, you're just putting two and two together there?
To be fair, the fact that she clearly does not know vampires exist.
Yeah.
She's taking it in fucking stride.
I mean, she grew up a freak. She's got to know that there's lots of weird shit out there.
Fair.
And just hasn't particularly encountered vampires yet. So
yeah, it turns out Elliot double-crossing her.
The turd douche business guy.
Yeah. Elliot.
He shows
tomato.
Personally to facilitate his own double cross. Normally these assholes don't do their own dirty work, but I guess we got to give them that at least. So he claims it's because she was too loud and messy and unprofessional, but we all know it's because he's a cheap ass and would have done it anyway.
Yeah, he clearly would have done it anyway.
He was already
that's why
trying.
He undersold her on the fucking price.
Exactly. He was trying to screw her over from the get-go. He probably also think about this. He probably spent a couple million just on having this elevator retrofit with lucite bars and thick-ass plexiglass to prevent her from being able to electrify any of it. That must have taken months of planning ahead.
Right.
He was never not gonna do this.
This wasn't something where a day ago she upset me at a fucking restaurant and then I had them do this overnight. No, this is not an overnight job.
Not even a little bit.
This is like, the elevator's going to be out of service for like a week.
It would take a week just to get a hold of somebody to have them come look at it.
Right.
So that they can think about getting a quote for you.
Yeah.
This is like at bare minimum a 6-month project.
Yeah.
You're probably minimum.
Right.
Even with millions of dollars to throw around.
But yeah, basically it's the perfect trap for her. It is not the perfect trap for him.
Yeah.
Angel's fine. Immediately the elevator closes up. She's trapped. And then the room starts filling with gas.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, she's freaking out, but he's like, I can't breathe. It's fine.
He tells her to get down and she's arguing with him. She's like, you get down. It's like, he doesn't have to breathe. And he says that. He's like, I don't have to breathe. And then he's like, is this where the control panel is? And she's like, there's plexiglass there. Duh. And I'm like, you've got like 5 seconds.
Right?
Why don't you cooperate for a moment here?
It seems like no matter, you were perfectly fine making out with him.
Yeah.
You're not going to collaborate in not dying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on.
I get it. Like, some people just need to understand the flow of thought behind an idea before they can get on board with it. But Also, I don't get people who won't just answer a straightforward ass question. Anyway, I think that's well portrayed here.
Yeah.
In this moment.
But she does say yes, and he starts punching through the plexiglass because, superpowers.
Yeah. She's too weak to even get up and do anything, so he runs the current through him to the panel to, I guess, just fry all the circuits and hope that all of these things fail open.
Right.
Because seems like if you're spending millions of dollars on a trap, you're going to want to make it fail closed.
Yeah.
But they didn't, because these evil renovators
No, you know what I
were
think
OSHA
it is?
official.
You know what I think it is? So the company Otis pretty much has a fucking lock on elevators.
Okay.
Like across the US.
Yeah.
It is the biggest elevator company ever. And if you have a broken elevator, if you have an elevator you're retrofitting, it is Otis that does it.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, there's no way you'd ever get a fucking certified elevator technician to change how an elevator operates.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. That sounds about right.
So yeah, he was probably like, "I'll grease the wheels, give you a little extra money if you make this fail closed." And the elevators guy is like, "And you want me to fuck up my certification?"
Yeah, you go fuck yourself. But also, I don't think this normal ass pussy millionaire is evil enough to have that kind of forethought. Like, sure, he's got the forethought to make a trap, but he doesn't have the forethought to hire an evil elevator technician.
I mean, he didn't have the forethought to not show up.
Yeah.
And like, he's just hanging out outside the elevator while they're dying in the elevator.
Yeah, this guy's just 100% out of his depth.
Yeah.
So money is not everything.
I'm with Wolfram and Hart.
Everybody should have a lawyer like this.
Mr. Winters shall never be convicted of any crime. Ever. Should you continue to harass our client, you'll be forced to bring him into the light of day.
I want that stricken from the record.
A place I'm told that's not all that healthy for you.
So yeah, they bust out. Angel carries her out and sets her on the ground and immediately goes towards Elliot to kick his ass. Elliot's like, "Oh, get him!" and like sends his guards after
fights the
Angel.
henchman, no sweat.
And like Angel's like, "Why are you doing this? I'm just gonna like flick people." And
Doing. And he approaches Elliot, who starts to snivel like a little. God, just I can't think of a non-misogynist word to use on him. So, like an asshole, like Tom Selleck's asshole. So,
like a child.
He's like, "Now hold on a second. Like, yeah, fuck you. You were an ice cold motherfucker just a second ago, and now you want to talk." And so she wastes time talking about.
I only tried to kill you.
Yeah. Surely there's some sort of agreement we can come to. Whoa. But she wastes time talking about being a freak and getting struck by lightning. This gives Angel time to be the morality police and act like she needs to spare this guy for some stupid reason. And then Angel punches him for her.
Right.
And she's like, "Hey, that was my punch. I wanted to do that." Angel's like, "Yeah, but you were going to fry him." And she's like, "No, I wasn't." She reaches out to fry him. And Angel's like, "Yeah, huh?" And
I did really like that where she's like, "Nuh-uh." And like that kid is like, "I wasn't going to touch it," as they're about to touching it.
Yeah. And she gets real sad because she realizes Angel's not anyone's hired goon, and he's not some corporate shill. He's actually this super strong, undead, morally fibrous anti-hero main character syndrome narcissist who's, trying to save his girlfriend or some shit.
And she also, I think, honestly, the vibe I get is she's a little sad that he's doing what he's doing for love, and she was enjoying making out with him.
Right? Yeah. As she says, figures anyone that bad at stealing stuff has got to be doing it for love. Bummer.
God, he's bad at stealing stuff.
Yeah, of course, just like that, she's in love with him. She's supposed to be this super empowered badass, but she needs a man to complete herself. Come on.
Right.
Granted, we've already established she grew up neglected. She's got daddy issues and mommy issues. She just wants someone to love her.
She's got issues upon issues
And
upon
also-
issues.
And
upon
also,
issues.
Angel is a very alluring man when you don't know too much about him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so she's all, oh, it's too bad he's taken. Sad panda. All I'm saying is I don't think this passes the Bechdel test.
No, it does not.
I guess it's kind of humanizing, but, when we've got to run ourselves in circles to get there, I don't know. It was her story arc from the beginning. Cold parents, shitty teachers, can't touch anyone. But, again, I don't think they did it on purpose.
Right.
I really don't.
Right.
I think they just accidentally...
I think they were playing into a trope, and the trope just happened to work.
Yeah, it just happened to
really-
be
yeah.
touch enough on realism that it's relatable.
So we cut to outside Cordy's apartment, where I guess that's where he uses the Axis. The room's all lit up bright.
Big orange
and-
glow.
Yeah.
You can see it from outside. You can
Yep.
see it from inside.
Turns out the little like band thing, arch thing on the Axis like glows like a fucking filament to a light bulb.
And so Fred and Gunn are just waiting outside the door. And then, I don't know if he opens the door or they open the door, they check on him or something. And he doesn't say anything. They're like, did you find her? They speculate that Angel must have found her based on his more broody than usual face.
Yeah.
And so cut to the lobby. They're sitting and chatting about it. And he did see Cordy. And he talks about how she was surrounded by this light that he described as pure joy. And after all this time, he wanted to get her home. He realizes she is home. She's where she belongs. But that doesn't mean he misses her any less. But at least she's still on their side and doing all heckin' good up there, and slow fade and pan upwards, just like a couple episodes ago.
Yeah. Where Cordy replies, "What are you, deficient? Get me out of here!"
Yeah, poor Cordy. Gerarg.
Is this from me? I must be ready. I need my strength. Give me more! Nights I shall walk in the earth.
Hold on. You've got something in your eye.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, if this show wasn't horribly predictable, I'd be like, oh no, I wonder if Cordy's ever going to get out of there.
Right. I want to know what the fuck she's doing that's so good. Because anytime we've seen her, she's just floating there.
Yeah, she's just there.
Yeah.
She's not even like playing chess with the other angels.
Just like she's bored, so she's not doing anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who knows? Who really knows how that works?
Just her presence is the good. Like that's what it is.
I mean, it's all online, but in her brain. So there's no like she doesn't have to physically do anything with her hands. It's not a very hands-on job, it seems like. And also not very micromanagey. It's more macro-managey.
Macromanaging.
Yeah.
You know, those are my favorite managers.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, I miss macro managers. Holy God. How'd you feel about this episode, Rex?
I enjoyed it, actually, I think, because it was a step in a kind of new direction.
Sure.
And like, it was different, and I liked that. I actually particularly liked Gwen's character.
I did too. I didn't hate Gwen.
Like,
how could you?
I mean, she's not a deep character by any means, but it's entertaining.
No one's perfect.
Like, she's hot and she electrocutes things. I'm fine with that.
And she says funny things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God knows the writers can't get anyone else on the show to say actual funny things.
Someone's got to fill Cordy's shoes while she's away.
Yeah, no shit.
And I wonder if she's going to be a repeat character. I hope a little bit that she's going to be a repeat character.
Is. I can't imagine that they wouldn't have her repeat with the amount of backstory they've given
They
her.
put a lot of effort into her this episode for her to not be a repeat character.
Right.
You're right. It's almost got a Faith vibe to it.
Yeah.
almost. It's got a huge Faith vibe to it.
Like, and they're not writing the same character, but boy, are they pulling the parts out of the same barrel.
Pretty close. Yeah, those barrels were sitting right next to each other, that's for sure.
But no, I think it was actually like a nice step, not the same droll shit that they've been doing with the show, where it's basically them just going around in circles of like, we got to find a thing. Oh, let's research. Oh, look, we researched. We know where to find this thing. Let's go find this thing. Oh, there's a demon there we have to fight.
Yeah, I had to struggle to keep the synopsis short. That's a good sign that something actually happened in the episode.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm also glad that they didn't fucking really spend any actual time on Connor.
Right?
Like, let that storyline go to the background.
I've had enough Connor for a minute.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, let there be a B line. There's a B story, and let's focus on, and they actually did that for once, where more often than not in this show, what we see is the A story is the constant through story, and then they're like, oh, let's put a little bit of a B story in there, and the B story is the Monster of the Week episode.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not entertaining. Stop that.
Right.
I think it was good.
I do too. Yeah. If I had to give it a grade, I'd give it a B plus.
Yeah.
Maybe an A minus.
Hey, a B plus for Angel is a really good grade.
Pretty okay.
Angel is at best a C student.
Right? Definitely. Oh, Angel himself.
I meant the show, but...
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, what's your quote of the day, Rex?
I think I'm going to go with Angel's line to Lila. You know what I find interesting? The fact that I can smell you and Wesley all over each other. Start making calls. You got an hour. I like that because it's a little bit of a nudge that Angel has of like, you guys are dumb to think you can hide this from me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously, that's dumb.
Yeah.
But it also gives me the hint that, like, he doesn't care.
Oh, no.
I think he legitimately, in the way this line's delivered, yeah, he's threatening her. But he didn't mention it to Wesley at all. I think he's actually just letting Wesley live his life. Which is
for
good.
now.
For now. Yeah, for now. Until he needs something.
Yeah. Or until Wesley needs something and comes crawling back.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I really hope Wesley doesn't. I hope, obviously, Wesley gets back into the fold, but I really hope that he
does it with some dignity.
Yeah, exactly.
Agreed.
Exactly. Someone's got to have some dignity around Angel, for fuck's sake.
At least one person.
What's your quote of the day?
I'm going to give it to Gwen, who gets teed up by Angel. Listen, I need the Axis. See, it's an ancient mystical artifact that's fun for a girl and a boy. I like to think of it as mine. It's mostly the fun for a girl and a boy.
Yeah.
Makes me think of it's log, it's better than bad, it's good.
In the wiki, it actually specifically says this is a callback to Slinky, which its log is a play on
perfect.
It's Slinky, it's Slinky.
Yeah, it's funny. I have more parodies in my head than I have original content.
Right. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, like, no joke.
Well, there's a reason why there's a lot of songs that I listen to, and it's not, I hear the song, but I don't think of the actual song. I think of Weird Al.
Neat.
This has been another episode of Ale with Angel. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. You can follow us on Blue Sky. You can email us, beerwithbuffy@gmail.com. Send us a text or a voicemail at our voicemail line, 269-743-0783. If you'd like to support our show, you can do that in a number of ways. You can give us a review on iTunes. When we get to 100 reviews, we're giving away a free hoodie. If you'd like to purchase one of those hoodies without hoping to win it in a contest, you can do that through our store, beerwithbuffy.com/shop. And if you'd like to just give us your money straight, you can do that, patreon.com/beerwithbuffy.
Just stick it into my veins. Also, please start listening to us on YouTube.
Yeah.
Abandon your podcast platforms just for a few months, please. Listen to us on YouTube. I'm trying to justify quitting my job and I want to become a professional content creator. So this will get you more regular updates of Beer with Buffy.
This has been Ale with Angel. I'm Rex.
I'm Josh.
You have a good night.
Keanu Speed, Rex.
Reeves be with you.
Whoa.
You are the Slayer. Lives depend upon you. I make allowances for your years, but I expect a certain amount of responsibility, and instead of which you enslave yourself to this cult.
You don't like the color?
You have a sacred birthright. You were chosen to destroy vampires, not to wave pom-poms at people.
Why can't you people just leave me alone?
You are the Slayer.
Go ahead. Prepare me.
I'm a watcher. I haven't the skill.
Oh, come on.
By appealing to your common sense. Werewolves, incubi, succubi, everything you've ever dreaded was under your bed, but told yourself couldn't be by the light of day.
One gal in all the world.
Common sense.
One gal in all the world.
Was a bit, British, wasn't it?
Wait, what have we done? Why are we watching this?